Hello, everybody. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me again on my live stream. I am so excited about today's topic, guys. You guys know that we have interesting guests every day, so it's different every day. And today is not any different from that. And what I mean is that we will be talking about something very, very interesting, but also something that will help someone. So we will try to definitely give you as much information as you may need, as long as scholarships are concerned. So the next guest, or the next we have today, she was here the first week that I started my live streams, and we talked about how she came to Europe. She is in Portugal right now. And we talked about her journey from Kenya to Portugal, and we included how she was in the university there and everything in between. So what we did not talk about last time was how she became the Erasmus Mundus county representative for Kenya, because I think that is a very big deal, and that is what we'll be talking today. How she became a representative for Kenya, and then she will tell us how she will recommend people to get scholarships, or how how it is done, how you could also get a scholarship if you are Kenyan here in Europe, what you need for a scholarship, all the documents that you may need for the same, and that is what we are covering today. So I hope that you guys stay with me, and I hope that we will be on the same page. Yeah, so do you guys hear me? If you're here, please let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, so I'm waiting for Nduta to come over, and I'm also waiting for, yeah, and I've also written on my WhatsApp group so that you guys can come on over. I know a lot of people are used to the fact that I go live every at around 3 p.m., but I wasn't able to do that today. And plus, I also have night shifts, so guys, I needed also a shut eye. But we're now here, and we're going to have a very good 1.5 hour of talking about how to get scholarships in Europe, and specifically with Erasmus. So I think the guest that we have today is the best guest for this topic, because she is the representative for Kenya, for Erasmus County, or Erasmus Mundus County. And I want you guys to ask any questions that you have as far as scholarships go, because last time we only talked about her journey from Kenya to Portugal, and everything in between, and how she got to Portugal. And today I want us to concentrate on the scholarship topic, so that you guys know everything about Erasmus and Erasmus scholarships, and her job, or what her title means as a representative for Kenya, and everything that you need for a scholarship. So guys, as I wait for you to come in, I hope that, okay, yeah, all right. I see people are coming in. So Nduta, let me bring you over, and then I see you now, so that we can continue, and then everybody else who will come will join us later, so that we also we are on time. And I'm very sure that most people will be streaming this afterwards, so let us just continue with the topic. Come on over. Hi, girl.
How are you?
Oh my God, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, 1 minute. Okay, now. Hi.
Hi, how are
Sasa.
you? What?
I can hear you now. Yeah, we had reduced the volume because there was something else going on this laptop. That's why I was like, huh? Okay, Sasa.
What?
Imagine I just woke up.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
You have
Yeah, because I'm having night shifts now, and after night shifts I can sleep so well, and I start falling asleep around 8 or 9 a.m. in the morning. That's what happened today. So I slept from 9 to 4, around 4 hours. That is my routine every day when I have a night shift. Yeah,
Oh,
but it's only tonight, and then I have a few days off.
okay. So at least
Yeah,
you can relax because I don't know how
yeah,
you can handle that every
definitely.
single day.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. You too. You're always looking so on point. Like I
Oh
have
my
to keep up.
God.
Have to
I'll
really keep
send. I need those earrings. I'll send you my address.
up. Okay. We'll see after Corona, right?
I know. I saw it.
Okay. We're still on a lockdown. Like here, the postal services are just terrible. Like
Yeah.
things are not
Oh,
getting
did you get your tea?
nothing. I haven't gotten anything at all. Nothing. Not the
Even
tea,
the passport holders?
not the passport
Oh
holder,
my
nothing.
God.
Yeah, that's how terrible the postal service is right now because everything in Portugal is closed because we are like the new Italy of last year.
What do you
Being
mean?
the fact that we have the highest number of people per 1 million, yeah, who are infected with corona. So it's quite terrible. So they've shut
When
down much everything. Yeah.
yeah, when did that happen?
A couple of weeks. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Because I
yeah,
haven't had that. I'm like, oh my God, in which world am I living in? Haven't had that you guys have the highest number. Really, I'm so sorry.
yeah. I think it's the strain from the UK and also from South Africa.
Mhm.
So it's quite terrible. Like really, the only thing you do is go to the supermarket and come back, and other than that, you have to stay at home. Yeah.
Are you working?
Yeah, I'm working from home. It's been 1 year now working from home, so
Is it working? Is it okay? Is it doable?
it's fine working from home, but it gets to you because you're in the house the whole day, every day, all night. I mean, I really just want my freedom back, you know?
I know what you mean. Yeah. I also just discovered yesterday that they have added 4 more weeks to our lockdown. It
Oh,
was
wow.
supposed to, yeah, it was supposed to go all the way to the 15th of February, which is I think Monday.
Yeah.
And yesterday they added another 4 weeks. And at this point, like I'm saying, I don't even care anymore. I've lost all hope. I'm just
Yeah.
waiting now because I don't see when they are planning to open up. I don't think
Yeah.
they have that in mind.
Me either, because I mean, I suppose giving the vaccines should, ease up things. But then again, every single day there's something new. Every single day, there's a huge number of people dying. Like hospitals here are actually shut down, so we are transferring people to Germany and Austria. So which is quite terrible.
So many people, you mean?
Yeah, the hospitals are full here.
Oh
So
my God.
yeah, this would not be the best
That's
time to.
terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
That is not the Lisbon I saw the last time I was there.
Oh, trust me, Wambura, it's boring. It's so
Ah,
boring. You wouldn't even.
I am so sorry. I hope you're going to be okay.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We hope maybe by spring things would have changed. Sometime in March, maybe end of March. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But with this thing, we can only wait. So I see people in Kenya, and I'm like, I want to go to Kenya. Everybody's out there.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, life is happening over here.
Yes. I'm
Life is.
going to Kenya in 3 weeks. I cannot wait.
Oh wow. I'm
Yeah,
lucky.
yeah, but my holiday is also not going to be so long because I was supposed to have like less than a month holiday, and my employer told me I'll have to come back earlier in case I have to be quarantined, so that it is still in my own holidays
Yeah.
because if it's not, I'll not get paid. So that means I have to come at least a week before so that I have 3 days
Yeah.
to get tested and 3 days to wait for the results. But if it happens and I have to stay for 10 days in quarantine, I'm going to be in deep trouble.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah.
no.
So
But
it is even booking the flight is like it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same because then you have to do a PCR test in Germany and then a PCR test in Nairobi, and yeah, that's not funny. Mm-mm. Yeah, but I mean, you got this. I miss home myself. I'm hoping that I can go in April. I
Yeah.
don't know if it will be possible, so I'm hoping it will be possible.
I really, really miss home, and that's why I will go through the whole trouble to get there,
Yeah.
but it's not fun anymore.
Mm.
So wait, let me say hi to everybody. Hi, Gina, mom. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Hi, France, Mercy, or Selena, Nancy. Hey, sweetheart. Hi, Susan Gugi. Thank you so much, guys, for being here and for joining us. I have the beautiful and the most talented and the most precious woman in Portugal. Her name is Nduta Wambura, and she's a very big inspiration to everybody that is trying to study in Germany, that is studying nutrition. She knows her stuff and she knows what she's doing. So I am very, very excited to be talking today about a topic that is very dear to her heart and a topic that she knows well. So guys, ask anything you want to know about scholarships and let us just dive into it. But first of all, I want to ask Nduta to introduce herself in case someone is new here.
I mean, I'm not new to this channel, but anyway. Okay, my name is Nduta Wambura for those who don't know me, and I am a nutritionist by profession.
Mhm.
I am an Erasmus Mundus grant holder, which means that I came to Europe per se to pursue my master's in clinical nutrition. I did that in the University of Porto from 2015 to 2017. After which I graduated and decided that this country is actually amazing and I wanted to stay a little longer. So I am still here. I am currently the Erasmus Mundus country representative, like you said. And basically, my mandate is to ensure that everybody knows about Erasmus Mundus and Erasmus Plus and the scholarships and any other programs that Erasmus is running. So I took this mandate starting last year in September, and I will be within a period of 2 years. I would be the Erasmus Mundus representative for Kenya, and so I just pretty much reach out to Kenyans to apply for scholarships because some Kenyans don't even believe in themselves that they can actually, apply for a scholarship and come over to Europe in a better way. So yeah, so that is basically what I do. We have a Facebook group as well that, we talk about these opportunities, what's open, what's not, and that kind of thing. So,
Okay.
yeah, I wear so many hats, so this is one of them.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't want to even know how many hats you wear. Let us start with the one that that you know, that we know. All right. So I think we should just start with you introducing Erasmus. What is Erasmus? What does it stand for? And where is it? We already know that you're in Portugal, but is it its central? Is it that is there the headquarters of Erasmus, or is it from another country?
Oh, okay. So Erasmus program basically stands for European Region Action Scheme for the Mobility of Students. And this is a European Union student exchange program, and it was established back in 1987. So it's been there for quite a long time, and it is not per se based in Portugal. It is a program that runs across Europe. And they have been having different kinds of funding since 1987 and different types of mobilities. And just this year, they started a new funding program from 2021 to 2027, whereby several students would be coming to Europe to get education, to get training, to get a sport exchange, youth exchanges, staff mobility for the university staff back in Kenya or any other part of the world, really. So it's not domiciled in Portugal; it is everywhere in Europe. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
okay. And for the people who don't know, who were not here last time, would you please go back a little bit and tell them how you came to know about Erasmus? And German is making me say Erasmus, but it's Erasmus.
Yeah.
Tell us how you came to know about Erasmus while you're still in Kenya, who introduced you to it, and how you also applied.
All right. So now my story begins back in my alma mater in Kenyatta University. So, I did my undergraduate in the Kenyatta University. I did my PhD in food nutrition and dietetics. And I finished and graduated like everybody else. You're tamarking, you're looking for a job and that kind of thing. But I constantly had a very good relationship with the former Professor Mugenda. And there used to be several forums about KU alumni, and there used to be a lot of things going on around sensitizing the KU alumni to still come back together and do stuff together and that kind of thing. So that is how I got involved. And on one occasion, I remember we went for a cocktail party, really, and it was about the KU alumni card. And a friend of mine who was actually working in the international office of Kenyatta University, he went like, you know what? We actually have some programs that are open, via a mobility, Erasmus mobility, for students to go and study in Portugal. And I mean, if you're interested, why don't you try? Because it's a very new memorandum that they had gotten by then. So I was like, I don't know about going to Europe really, but I'm going to try. One of those things you say that you're going to apply, then forget about it because possibly it's not for you. You don't believe you would actually get it. So I applied. That was back in 2013. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I applied and forgot about it. And I was like, you know what? If I get it, okay, we'll deal with that. If not, then life moves on. I keep hustling in Kenya like I used to do. So yeah. And so I actually applied for it, forgot about it. But then when the results came in 2014, sometime in February, March, I was put on a reserve list, which means that that particular program did not have enough funding to keep me here for 24 months, for 2 years per se.
For 2 years,
Yeah. So they put me on a reserve list. They're like, you passed every single step, but we don't have enough money to sustain you in Europe. So, usually when you're in a reserve list, it means that if somebody else would drop out of the program, then they can pick you up. But that's not happened. So, that phase ended and I forgot about it and my life, kept moving. But then comes 2014 and the program opened again. And my friend was like, you know what? Try it one more time. Let's see how it goes. And
that's a good friend.
Yeah, he's a really good friend of mine, actually.
Yes.
And, as it is, I was like, the lazy me and the very tired me in Nairobi, I was like, you know what? I'm going to apply for it. I will not make any changes other than the dates and my motivation statement.
Yeah.
So I made a few changes and sent the application once again to the same mobility. And now come 2015, I got the results and I got in. And I was so surprised because I never saw myself, getting into such a program. Never, ever.
Live alone, living living in Portugal.
No. I mean, that was never the plan. If you had asked me, I would have gone to the US or maybe UK or
all of us.
Yeah.
I think we had so much about the US and we had so much about the UK when we were kids, and everybody that was going to diaspora or everybody was going to the US or the UK.
Yeah.
So it was very hard to vision yourself anywhere else. I was like, Germany? Okay. Where do we start? How?
Yeah.
All right. Very interesting. Okay, and then you got in. So when you got in and you came to Portugal, is it that you have to stay for 24 months, or can you change your mind somewhere?
So that's the thing.
People always assume scholarships, people want to stay for scholarships until the end. You would go to a country and be like, I don't like it, and want to go back home. Is it possible?
Okay, so with Erasmus, here's the thing. What happens is that once you get the scholarship, now you know how European systems are. It's very structured. So you get the scholarship, they send you an agreement for which you have to sign that you agree to come over to Europe to study A, B, C, D, and E for X amount of months or years or whatever.
Yes.
So once you sign, it's like you come into a binding contractual agreement with the European Union.
Okay. So you can change your mind.
So exactly the thing. So unless something happens and then you're like, a very valid reason as to why you cannot actually show up and do the program, then you're already in an agreement. And actually, when you travel to Europe, when you come to the university, you will sign a whole load of paperwork saying that so and so and so from from Kenya, passport, whatever, agrees to study this program under the European funding for X amount of years, and we are going to fund them, for X amount of euros. So that's the European.
That is like a real contract. It's legally binding.
Yeah, it's legally binding. So if you come here and you're like, I don't want to study, then okay, have a valid reason why. Maybe something changed at home, or if you're incapacitated and you cannot actually study, then fine. But yeah, that's what happens with Erasmus. And currently, the mobilities that are there actually allow you to go from one country to the other.
Okay.
So yeah.
So that means if you don't like Portugal, you can also come to Germany.
Yeah. So the Erasmus programs right now, we have some master's scholarships. So for instance, we even have like a master's in wine and tourism. You would love that. So yeah.
Okay. Where can I sign?
I will send you the link for sure. So the thing is, you would apply to, for instance, the master's in wine and tourism. So you apply to the consortium that is offering that master's in wine and tourism. And then that consortium tells you that this master's will be studied in France, for instance, in Bordeaux, in Porto, of course, because of the wine, and maybe in Italy or such kind of a thing. So,
all my favorite places.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me tell you now, your first, for instance, they will stipulate this into semesters. Yeah.
Yes.
Within the 24 months, they will tell you first semester you will be maybe in France, second semester maybe come to Porto. You actually choose.
Yeah.
And then third semester maybe go back to France, and the fourth semester maybe go back to Porto, depending on what you choose.
Okay.
And they fund you for the whole period, so they will pay your tuition.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah, but in order to do masters, you already have to have studied, right? You cannot just jump in like myself.
Well, you need an undergraduate degree.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Karo Wanjiko. Hi, girl. Thank you so much for joining us. She has a question, and she's asking, does someone need a specific amount in their account to qualify for the scholarship?
Absolutely not, because that's not, Erasmus does not work the same way you would have scholarships in Germany, whereby the education is free, but then you have to have a certain amount of money for you so that you can be able to sustain yourself for the period you're studying. But Erasmus actually pays you a monthly stipend, about 1,000 euros.
Wow!
Yeah, every single month for you to sustain yourself. So you do not have to show any bank statement before you apply for the program, really.
Oh my God, that is easy.
Yes, yes.
Caroline, I hope, Caro Wanjiko, I hope that answers your question. Lydia is saying very informative, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us, Lydia. Okay, so you don't need any amount in your, because that is something that has always been happening in Germany, like you just said. In Germany, education is free and you can come and study for free. But in order for you to do that, you definitely need some money to make sure that you can sustain yourself in Germany, and it is not as cheap as for someone who's coming from Kenya. You know, if
Yeah,
you're in Europe, maybe it's a little bit cheaper, but
yeah,
if you're coming from Kenya, it's still a lot of money. Oh my God! All right.
yeah.
We don't need any money. You've already talked about that. What are the other documents that you will need?
Okay, so it really depends on the program that you're trying to get into.
Mhm.
So each program is going to request for X amount of documents. But then again, there are those standard documents that you have to show. For instance, you have to show that you have actually graduated from a bachelor's course back in Kenya or wherever else you may have studied it in, because it's open worldwide.
Mhm.
And then, you have to show at least that some courses actually ask for an English test. So you might want to do an IELTS test or any other TOEFL test or such kind of a thing. So you
Mhm.
an English test. And then, of course, you would need to show that, you are from, I don't know, Kenya. Maybe show your passport. You would need a passport for sure.
Yes.
You would need a transcript from your bachelor's degree, and
Mhm.
some programs also ask for work certificates
Mhm.
because they want to see whether you have some bit of any form of employment that you may have had, any employment history, any such kind of things like volunteering, if you have volunteered before.
Yes.
What they actually need, and you know how Europeans are, they need you to show why are you the best candidate for
Yes.
this program. So
Yes.
they just need you to show yourself out there, because from the personal statement, from the motivation statement, your CV, they really, really scrutinize the reason as to why. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, you said something about an English test. So does it mean that if you're doing whatever course you are doing, if it had English, will you still need to do another course, or you only need, or you really need to just take a test?
Okay, so for the courses that ask for the English test, you
Yes.
really need to do another test. You really need to go for that IELTS test or the TOEFL test, whichever they are accepting. But
Mm-hmm.
most programs actually, because you're coming to a non-English speaking country,
Mm-hmm.
might not require it as much
Mm-hmm.
as, of course, the language of instruction for all the programs is actually English. So
Mm-hmm.
you might not need it in most of the cases, but in
Mm-hmm.
those cases that you need it, you need to go and do a different course, because
Take another
Kenya
course.
is
Yeah.
not. Yeah, because Kenya is not
Yeah.
recognized to like have English as the first language. In any case, English is our second language.
Swahili is our first.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that or not. Sometimes I like that.
You can like
Today, I don't know if,
just
yeah. Family vlogs, where did you go? Thank you for being here.
yeah.
Tana's light is saying, Sasening, Sasa. Carol Wanjiko is also asking, so it only offers master's scholarships. Someone can't apply for a degree program?
Yeah, so currently what we have is you would go into either master's scholarship or a PhD or a staff mobility or an exchange program, a youth exchange program. For instance, like if you are into sports, they do have some programs that, you can come in for 6 months or 9 months from Kenya and come and learn from the sports teams here in Europe. But
Yes.
if you are actually on a degree program, the only way you could benefit from this is if that degree program you have already enrolled in Europe, and then you can do like an exchange program for like 6 months to another European country. You get what I mean? for instance, say you enroll to a German university to do an language program, right?
Which, by the way, you need to fund your own expenses.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Then say that you're already in that program and you would like to go and explore a different European country, then you can apply for an Erasmus exchange and then go for like 6 months or go for 1 year to a different country and study and do a mobility there in a different university there, which will in any case will count into your undergraduate degree.
But that one they'll also fund.
I mean, they will give you a stipend. Usually, it's a smaller stipend for undergraduate for sure, but they will definitely give you a small stipend for that. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. Yeah. All right. How do you think they decide on who to give scholarships? Yeah, because if we apply like 20 people, I want to know if I have a chance.
Oh, you do. So the thing is, people chicken out, I must say, from applying because you're overthinking things. You're like, oh my God, I don't know what to say, whether I want to say this or that or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But the one thing that happens is that so Erasmus can have like a memorandum of understanding with a certain university in Kenya or Uganda or Tanzania or whatever. So this memorandum of understanding would say, for instance, we would need X amount of students, say 20 students coming from Kenya. So if Erasmus has such a kind of a memorandum of understanding with a university in Kenya, then Kenyans would have an upper hand in terms of the numbers of people who would be coming to study, for that particular financial period.
Yes.
But then again, you as an individual, whether there is a memorandum of understanding or not, the one thing that the Erasmus really looks into is, one, is your documentation correct? Like, did you show them all the documents that they actually
needed?
Exactly. Yes. And then what is your motivation to come and study? Your personal statement. You know the way we write some sketchy...
A CV. But then we write things... Mandazi, Kenyans. God help us.
So, you don't.
So if you're detailed and you can sell yourself, you have a very good chance.
Yep, you have a very, very, very good chance if you actually sell yourself and show the reason why you need to come in and study here. No need for flowery words. Just go straight to the point. What you're doing, what have you been doing that is sufficient enough for you to come and do this course? What is it that you will do after the course? What are you going to go back home and possibly do? Or if you're not going back home, then what do you want to do with this course that you really, really want to come and study here? Remember, they're funding all your studies. So you better be good in terms of why. Your why has to be very, very clear because 24 months times 1,000 euros, that's almost 2.4 million or 2.5 million Kenya shillings, if you would think about it, per person.
Just being given just like that. So you need to hold your weight, definitely. Yeah. Susan Gugi is in the house. Brenda, hey Bree, thank you for coming, girl. Monica Stacy is also here. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. We're talking about scholarships in Europe, and Nduta is telling us how she got to study in Portugal all the way from Kenya, and how you can also get a scholarship in Europe. All right, with Erasmus, definitely. Okay, so we have all our documentation. We have established that we don't need any money in the account. We have been very, very good, and we have sold ourselves in our statement. Yeah. So how many courses do they have, or will I have to just choose whatever they have? Do they have everything?
Yeah. So Erasmus is open to a lot of courses, and ranging from administration to business, to health, to social sciences, fun things like tourism and wine, and Yeah, engineering, textiles, and all that kind of thing. So every single field is actually catered for. The thing is in terms of the funding, because some courses might not be funded at a certain given period, mainly because the budget issues and that kind of thing. But what I want to say is that currently there's a new rollout of funding that is going to roll out from 2021 to 2027. So we have new money coming in and being injected equally to different courses. Like we have.
Okay, when do they open up in 2021?
Well, so usually the applications open from sometime in September, August, September there, all the
Okay,
way to March.
so we have time.
Yeah, we even currently have some courses that are still open for application
Okay.
right now as we speak, which will be closing sometime in March or thereabouts. And you should be able to start your studies in September this year if you actually hit that deadline of March 2021. So, yeah.
You mean the end of March or beginning of March?
The end of this March. We have some courses with deadlines of this 28th of February, others for the end of March as well. So by the end of March, the application period actually closes out such that they can be able to give the results by at least April, May there, and then so that you can start preparing to come in to study from September. So you do have the period between around April all the way to August, where you now can process your visa, process anything else that you might need for you to be able to show up. And yeah, that's basically it. And actually, they will foot the cost of your visa. They will foot the
That's
cost.
what I wanted to know. The visa and the flight is also on them?
Yes, everything is on them. So
Okay, guys, I'm almost needing wine and I just woke up. Nduta is saying that let me say we, because I think I'm coming to study wine and tourism for the purposes that we all know. If we want to go to join Erasmus or we want to be in the program, you need to tell anybody else. Monica Stacy, I know you're asking for someone else. Tell everybody else who is a student in Kenya and wants a scholarship or wants to study abroad. Tell them to definitely look for Nduta Wambura or look for me. I'll give you all the details. And if you are rewatching this video afterwards, I will make sure it's in the description box. Everything, all the links that you need to apply, because you cannot miss this, guys. This is one of the few programs that I've heard of that the flight is booked, it's paid for, the visa is paid for, you don't need any money in your account. I've never heard of that anywhere. And then all your expenses are footed. If you're doing wine like myself, your semester could be in Italy, the other one in France, the other one in Portugal. This is getting better and better. I'm actually almost standing up now. So tell me, so tell us now, wait a minute. Susan has a question and she's asking before I forget. What about the grade? Are there courses that accept second lowers?
A good question, actually. So in terms of the grade, of course, being that the fact that they're footing everything for you, it's going to be very competitive, and so of course the first class honor students would possibly perhaps have an upper hand, only for the fact that of course they studied and they got a higher grade. Yes. But then again, if you actually did a degree and got a second lower and you have at least 2 years of experience within the same particular field that you want to actually study, then you also stand at a very high upper chance of, getting into it. And like I mentioned, the one thing that they actually look for would be your why. Your why exactly. So I mean, if you have a second lower, fine. If you have been working and you do have 2 years of experience within the same field, then fine, you do have a chance as well. You have a great shot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let me back up a little bit and ask you about how did they decide that, okay, I know I would decide that if it was me because I know you very well, but how did you become a representative for Kenya?
Okay, so the thing is, since I finished my course in 2017, but within the period 2015 to 2017, I was very active in terms of being able to know what's the structure of the Erasmus student network, and so I got involved. I was involved with platforms such as Study Abroad, where
Yeah.
I was again an ambassador of Erasmus, helping students to integrate into the new cities, and just pretty much speaking to students and just getting to know how they are doing in their new courses and that kind of thing. So I actually started this a long time ago. I've been involved in the background doing projects that are actually EU funded, even in Kenya. And because that's the thing with Erasmus. It does not end with you finish your scholarship, go home, and bye bye. We forget
I
about
see.
you.
Yeah.
So the network really integrates people into after you've finished your studies. They have funding for certain programs. For instance, we do have a program known as ESAA, whereby you can pitch a project to them and they can fund it depending on what you actually want to do, with that project. So,
You mean what you want to do for the program or what you want to do for your country?
say for instance, I finished my program, right,
Yes.
and then I want to have a certain program where I want to reach out to other students in Kenya to for them to understand and realize apply for Erasmus and come over. So
Nduta, one
I
minute,
approached
sorry.
Erasmus.
Umehang up, the last sentence we didn't hear, and I think it's very important.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Now you're back on.
Okay,
Mhm.
all right. So I was saying,
Yeah.
so say for instance, I want to do a program maybe like in the north of Kenya or in the center of Kenya or even in Nairobi, and I want to sensitize students in Nairobi or in the north of Kenya or wherever else in Kenya to, in terms of education, empowering them to realize that they can actually pursue higher education and do postgraduate education and become better at whatever they do. So
Mm-hmm.
I can approach Erasmus because it's EU funded and tell
Yes.
them, I have this program, can you fund it? And they will have a certain structure of funding that ranges between about 2,000 to about even 100,000 euros, depending on the project.
Wow.
And so, yeah, we've done some few projects. Myself, alumni has other alumni has have been involved in such projects, and they
Mm-hmm.
fund you, but you also have to show why are you using this money. What is it for? It's not that you're just pocketing it. You know how Kenyans
Yes.
is sometimes.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So basically they actually fund other projects
Yeah.
over beyond your study period. Yeah.
Wow. I like these guys already.
Mhm.
Okay. So are the courses in English or do you have to do them in Portuguese? Okay, if you're in Portugal, if you're in Italy, in Italian.
So, okay, all the courses with Erasmus are actually in English. They are done in English. Um,
Okay.
of course, being the fact that you're going to France or Italy or Portugal or Germany, then you would definitely need to study the language of the streets. So, I mean,
Yes.
you really just cannot go there and, do what we do, like do you speak English, asking everybody, do you speak English?
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean, learning a word or two from their local language actually is very beneficial.
It
So
helps, yeah.
Erasmus has a very, very good structure for which when you come into a certain program, they will allow you to study the language in the university, and they will even pay for it anyways.
Uh-huh.
And if you want to study the language of that country, then you go for that program. Maybe some are crash programs. Like myself, I had a crash program for, like, was it 3 weeks or something of the sort for Portuguese. And I mean, everything is paid for by them, and just to let you integrate into the system and learn the language and be able to move around, within the city that you are in. So
Yes. Wow. Okay. So they paid for my Italian course, let me say, because I'm doing wine in Italy.
yes,
And they have paid for the Italian classes, but the course itself is mostly in English. That's what you mean.
not mostly. The course itself is going to be 100% in English.
Okay.
It,
Okay. That's what I wanted to know. Yeah.
yeah,
Because
because
in Germany, you know Germany, right? I did nursing in German. Guys, it wasn't easy at all. And in the beginning, I remember I had to translate a lot of words because you're new to the language. How are you supposed to even know medicine words and and
wow.
terminology in German? It wasn't easy. So I know how hard that is. All right. So you've done all of that and you've arrived in the country that you're going to study in, because we have already established that is a EU program. It's not only in Portugal. Do you get someone to hold your hand once you arrive?
Yeah, good question. Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes you just come over and you're like, okay, where do we start?
Where do you go? Yeah.
So now there are Erasmus Student Network offices all over Europe. Every
Mhm.
single city that you will go, there will be an Erasmus Student Network. And so what happens is that as soon as you go into an Erasmus, program, then your name is going to be possibly forwarded to Erasmus Student Network, and they will create. There's actually a buddy program, so which means that when you're still in Kenya, you've gotten your scholarship, yay, and everything is good. You're trying to, come plan and come over. So you have a buddy program whereby they will hook you up with someone who is actually a local in the city that you're landing in, and this local person is going to assist you to, for instance, get housing, maybe your first house or your first accommodation. And this person would also come in over to the airport and pick you up from the airport.
Ah! Okay. Is it something that you also do?
Personally, I stopped doing it. I used to do it when I was a student. Right now, I possibly would not have much of the time. However,
Yeah.
I do have still students from all over the world, really. Anyone who comes into Lisbon and would like to just hang out and just, know about Lisbon more. Sometimes, if I have some bit of time, I will definitely give you a walk around the city. These are things I used to do when I was a student. Right now, I have so many things that I need to do.
Yeah, I understand. When you
Yeah,
start working, of course, you have a lot to do.
yeah.
And what these representatives or these people that are picking you from the airport and everything, are they paid or is it just something that they want to do to
Well,
help?
it's just volunteer basis. The buddy program is on 100% volunteer basis. So, it's a good way to meet people. And in fact, the buddy program would be for students who are already in the university who are locals. So, for example, in the University of Porto, the buddy program is going to have the Portuguese students in the University of Porto, because they're the ones who know the city better. They know, their way around as students. In any case, you're coming in as a student. So
Yes.
they're the best people to actually help you to, look for accommodation, integrate in terms of transport cards, such things as phone, cards, SIM cards, and going around the city basically. So I actually personally had an experience with a buddy. So when I came from Kenya all the way to Porto, I
Yeah.
had someone who was waiting for me. And,
Nice.
this person took me to a nice accommodation. And the day after, he took me around the city, just showing me around where's the university. that kind of thing. So that's the Erasmus warmth that we actually have, and that's the reason why it fits best to just apply for it. Actually,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So let us now talk let us go all the way to the ground now, yeah. We know you are representative and all of that, but tell us, is it everything that you hoped it was going to be?
Even more and beyond, really.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a time I was very, very surprised to be called to give a keynote speech to the prince, what was it, Queen Maxima, the Queen of the Netherlands.
Ah, nice.
And I was like, okay, yeah. So I mean, like, the opportunities that Erasmus opened up for me, really, my life took a turnaround, a 360 turnaround, and it was also the basis for which I started to travel across Europe, really, because that's the mobility that is within Erasmus anyway.
Yes.
They really want you to come and dive into the European culture, know the European culture, go to other cities, enjoy, and that was what actually changed my life. So when I tell people my life actually changed since I joined Erasmus, it truly changed, Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So tell us a little bit, let's go a little bit private. Tell us about how, what you did or what you did in school, how long it took, and after that, how easy it was to transit from that and to working now. From a student, all of a sudden you are working and you are still alone. Okay, not alone. I know you have friends, but you're alone from Kenya. How did you transition from one to the other, and how hard was that?
Wow. So now I did my course from 2015 to 2017. And of course, I wasn't immune to the fact that you have to go through an immigration after studying, just to show why do you want to stay back. But the good thing is that when you finish an Erasmus program, that's the icing, what do you call it? Icing to the cake, or what is it?
Yeah, the icing on the cake, yeah.
The icing on the cake is that when you finish any Erasmus program, you have the opportunity for a 1-year visa stay for you to look for any work. It can be in Portugal, it can be anywhere else, as long as you the Erasmus, then you do have that opportunity.
And is it paid for, the 1 year?
No, so basically what they tell you is, look, we'll give you 1-year visa, you find a job, whatever the job, we don't care. And if you find it, fine, we will renew your work permit. If not, then you know what to do. You need to exit.
God, that is very fair.
Yes. That happens, especially even like in Netherlands, they have a very integrated system, like you can go to the Netherlands and look for any job. It doesn't matter for 1 year. And then if you find the job, fine. And if you integrate and, keep going and show that you're paying the taxes there and you're in the social security system and etc., that, works out for you. And that's what exactly I did. So when I finished in 2017, I, of course, applied for the 1-year work visa. And by then, I actually got a job in one of my passion by then, to travel, because I really like to travel.
I know.
Yeah, a lot.
I've seen.
So I worked for a company in the US, actually, for their cruises. And basically what I used to do is just tell them which is the best cruise and sell it to them. So that was
you're fun. Doing my future job.
I'm sorry?
You are doing my future job.
That's your future job. Wow. Oh my God, you will have so much fun. I'm telling you.
I have so much fun. I have to go into travel sometime, because it is just the one thing that really makes me happy, and it will not feel like work. So finding deals and finding just having a travel agency is going to be my future job, definitely.
Wow. You will love it. Honestly.
Yeah, I cannot wait. So now I have to look at those courses.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Pamela, for joining us. Pamela Vlogs, you are here. I saw you in the waiting room. Where did you run to? Welcome so much. Do you know Pamela Vlogs, Nduta?
Yeah, I think I have come across these videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I also subscribe to him, if I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah. Guys, please subscribe to each other. Most of us here are YouTubers. If you're not a YouTuber, please subscribe to everybody else on the comments, because Nduta also is also on YouTube, and she has videos on nutrition and a little bit of scholarship, but she talks about nutrition mostly, and very, very, very informative videos, guys. And you edit your videos so well, Nduta.
Oh, it's a huge task, let me tell you.
Oh my God. Hey, I only see, every time I look at your videos, I get hungry, because the photos of food that are on your videos are so appetizing. Nutrition videos, guys, please make sure that you subscribe to Nduta as we continue with this topic. All right. What would you tell people to look out for when they start applying? Because everything has the good and the ugly side. What are the mistakes that new students make when they start applying?
Well, the mistakes that you would do while applying would definitely sell yourself very short. So that is one thing that I would not do. Possibly just leave it all out there on your application. Like, tell them exactly who you are, what is driving you towards doing this course. So that is one of the mistakes that I would tell anyone who is doing an application right now, to ensure that they pour out into their CV, into their cover letters, motivation statements, in fact, even the reference letters, in case you have a referee who you want them to cook up a very good statement for you, then please ensure that you have a very good relationship with whoever you say is your referee on your application. Yeah,
not just the cyber guy.
No. Don't go copy pasting from the cyber people. You know how Kenyans we are.
I know, that's why I'm saying that.
Yeah, that's one thing that I would really, really tell someone. Please don't go cooking up stuff. If you need somebody to actually look at your application, we have social forums for each and every program, for which you can ask even a former student to actually look at your statement and give you some pointers on what to write and what to not to avoid to put in your statement and that kind of thing. So I mean, you really have nothing to lose. You just really need to put your all into it, and then get surprised in the future. Of course, bearing the fact that fine, it's very competitive, but at least you gave it your best shot. Yeah,
that is very good advice. I don't think it's only in regard to what we're talking about today, but as Kenyans, we really need to pull our socks when it comes to being detailed. We don't put any attention to detail is not our thing. And and every time you think you've done enough as a Kenyan, as what is accepted in the society in Kenya, just be sure it's not enough. You have to go a little bit higher, a little bit deeper if you want to have a better chance. Because like she said, it is competitive, of course, but you have a good chance if you do it right. So take your time, do it right. Can you imagine someone sponsoring you to study for free? Yeah, from the visa to flights and everything. Guys, my journey to even starting nursing, it was so long, so that I cannot even imagine if someone had told me I'm paying for everything. I would have had plus 3 years, because I lost 3 years just before, so that I could prepare myself to be eligible to, to study or to go to nursing school. So guys, if someone is paying for you, they are saving you a lot of time in Europe, first of all. They're saving you a lot of money, and then they're giving you such an opportunity to study whatever you want for free. The least you can do is just take time, apply it well, look for someone who is referring you, as she's saying. Make sure that you have covered every corner, and then you can just wait after that. You'll say, I did my best. I tried to, to pursue higher education for free, guys, because it's like totally free. So if you know anyone who wants to apply, tell them to really take their time, especially if they are very young and they're students, they're used to, doing something when they are hungover or everything. Take your time. Take your time, guys. And I hope that a lot of people also really try this. I also have 2 people in mind that will definitely try it out. Okay. So you said something in the beginning that I want to know more about. What is Erasmus Plus?
So basically, Erasmus Plus is pretty much the same network that I was mentioning before. So basically, it's the EU's program that supports the education, the training, youth and sport exchanges, staff mobility. For instance, if you know of a person who actually works in a certain university in Kenya, and they would want to come here and learn how things are done in the universities here in Europe, then there is actually a certain exchange program. They can come for like 6 months or something of the sort, and see how. They can come and benchmark. Yeah.
And that is for 6 months.
That it can be for 6 months. It depends on what agreement that you would have. It could be as low as 3 months even, or 6 months. They will definitely also fund that. So you will not come and hang around without knowing what to do. But yeah, they will fund that as well. Yeah.
Okay, before we continue, please tell us how we can apply. I mean, where are we applying it to? Which link we need, or which website? And then we can ask a few more questions.
Okay. I don't know whether I can send this over to your.
Do you see somewhere that you can comment?
Let me see. 1 second.
So guys, when she comes back, I'll bring her back, definitely. Hi, Akot, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us. Please, hi, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you like the topic. So we have been talking about how to get a scholarship with Erasmus. And guys, I'm so surprised. I thought I knew a lot about Erasmus until Nduta told us that everything is taken care of. Even the visa in Nairobi is taken care of. So, but what you need to do is you need to have studied undergrad, definitely. And if you have not, and you just want to do like a short course, you can also definitely try. So that means it's not only, most of the scholarships are for masters, but not only masters. So she says that you can get a scholarship for anything that you want to do as long as you sell yourself well. So don't think too much about the grades. Don't think too much about what you're coming to study. Don't worry so much about the other things. Just think about how to sell yourself, how to write a very good letter, how to find all the documents that you need. Take time before you do all of that, like we said, and you stand a very good chance. And guys, it's like having a sponsor. Everything is paid for. Everything is paid for. The only thing you'll have to do is to make sure that you look your best. You see the resemblance. So this is what I mean, guys. Please make sure that you apply. She's coming over in a minute to tell us where we need to apply. Nduta, come back. So
thank you. So I think I sent a chat on the YouTube. I sent over the link for the master's joint master's scholarships.
To me,
it's actually on the YouTube chat, but anyway, I'm going to send it over to you as well.
You can also send me on WhatsApp. I will copy paste here.
Okay. Okay, I sent it to you on the private chat right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Private chat. Yeah. All right. So guys, this is the link that you will need. Wait a minute. So guys, I hope that you share this link with someone that you know wants to study in Europe. 1 minute, and then tell them to apply here. And if they're not sure, definitely look for Nduta. You can also look for me. I would definitely link you with Nduta. But guys, we don't have so much time to think about it and then think about it again and all that. You start right now if you're applying, and then you take time now in perfecting your paperwork. Because you have until end of March. She says that some courses are going until the end of February, the 28th of February. So depending on which course you want to do, if you want to do, please, if you want to apply, please start now. And if you need any help, Nduta and myself are going to help you, definitely. Yeah, so Nduta, what other programs do you have that you'd like us to know about?
Other Erasmus programs or?
Yes.
Okay, so we do have PhD programs.
Mm-hmm.
So usually the PhD programs would be funded under a network known as Marie Curie fellowships.
Okay.
And what happens is that they would open in around April or thereabout.
Mm-hmm.
The same drill would happen, that you actually send in your proposal, send in the projects that you want to do, and then they will fund that. Depending on the countries that you actually would like to go, they would definitely be funding that. Of course, the money for the PhD is more, so there's also
Very
that.
interesting, by the way, because PhD or masters, you're the same person, the same expenses.
Yeah. I mean, so
That's okay. It's okay. We understand. We are being given for free, so we have to understand.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
you it's very, very competitive. So you have to give your A game,
Definitely.
Yeah. So there's also that part, and then we do have the youth exchanges. Depending on the partnership that there might be between Kenya and the Erasmus network. And you
Yes.
can find this on the link that I actually sent. That was for the master's program, but on the same link, if you go to the homepage, you would be able to see any other programs that are actually open.
Okay. Yeah, and I see the page is also in English, so guys, you'll have a very easy time just looking through it. Oh my God, that list is long.
Yeah.
So a lot of opportunities there, a lot of there's variety and things to choose from. Yeah, hi Jack Okumu. Oh my God, I never know how to say your name, Jack. Let me say Jack or Jackie. Thank you so much for joining us. So guys, I sent the link there if you did not see. Please check that website and let us know if you need any help at all. I am also here. I have time. I'll help whoever is on my DM to come over to you or to answer any questions that we can. So how often do they do this? Is it every year for someone who says, okay, I'm not yet done with my undergrad right now, I want to do it next year or in 2 years? Is it every year, or how often do they do it?
Yeah, so it's every year. Like I mentioned, the scholarships would start opening up from September all the way to March, every single year, every single year. So if you miss out the opportunity to apply it between now and end of this March, so look out for September, and the opportunities will open up again for applications. So, I mean, depending on where you are at in your life, whether you're about to graduate or you're, trying to see whether you can be able to get some few, years off Kenya or whatever, then you do have that opportunity to actually apply for it every single September all the way to March.
Okay. How do you think everything is going to, as long as the program is concerned, how do you think COVID is going to change that? Because when you studied and now they're two very different times. How do you think that's going to change? Do you think people will still get visas and flights are already a problem and housing and be able to go to the university?
Yeah, so here's the thing. Like last year, we had 12 successful students from Kenya because the
Wow.
numbers were very low, even in application anyway. But the thing is, I actually spoke to those students and
Mm-hmm.
they were able to show up here last year.
Okay. Ah, all right. So it's possible.
Yes, it is possible because thing is with the visas right now, as long as you justify that you want this visa to go and study program A, B, C, D, E, because
Mm-hmm.
Erasmus is not online at all. You have to be there in person. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have students who already came and they've started their studies. There's one here in Portugal, there's another one in Sweden, Denmark, others in France. So yeah, we do have quite a number of people who already came last year during the pandemic. The thing is,
Yeah.
of course, there are some programs that did not open up for application because of the pandemic. They will
Mm-hmm.
be reopening that in 2021, but
Mm-hmm.
do not feel as if the pandemic is going to stop the reggae of Erasmus. So
It doesn't stop reggae in Erasmus.
no, 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 no. Yeah.
Okay, Judy Mugi saying thank you for these. Hello, good people. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, so you've said 12 people in 2020. Does it mean it's always more or less?
It's usually even more.
What is the
Yeah.
highest number you've had in a year?
Well, the highest number I heard was about, was it 20 to 30 people? There was a year there was 30 people because we had like PhD exchange people who
Mm-hmm.
were coming.
Mm-hmm.
So the PhD exchanges were quite a number, and then the Erasmus joint masters were also quite a number. So yeah, we have numbers coming in. Only that people never finish their applications. Somebody is going to start the application, and then in the middle they'll be like, yeah, and then the deadline comes, and then what? That's it. So people don't actually finish the application. So that's quite a huge challenge that we have with every African student, actually. Yeah.
What step can we take? Let me say we, because we're already here. What step can we take, or should we look for another representative of Erasmus who will be stationed in Kenya, who will just help applicants on, making sure that they finish the application, or should that be everybody should do that for themselves?
It's the motivation for people because look, like it's not only Erasmus that is available for Kenyans. Like
Okay.
there's so many scholarships that
It's,
we find
yeah.
open for Kenyans, but
Mm-hmm.
Kenyans, the motivation and then the drive to actually do the work, do the work of applying is truly the issue because I have so many people on my inbox and on my email asking, "Hey, Nduta, can you apply this for me?" And I'm like, "No, you need to apply it yourself."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, to
So
our defense as Kenyans, I think we have a lot has happened in the past that we are never really sure if this is true or if it's not. And we have that voice on one side which is telling us, maybe it will never happen, it's not for you or something. And that maybe hinders us from really going all the way. But until someone like you comes here and tells us that it is possible, I've done it, I see people doing it every year. Until someone really tells us that, it is very hard to believe that it can work. So it's very good that you're talking about this, especially now that we still have time until end of March. Thank you so much for doing this. Okay, so tell us about the future. What do you think the future of students coming from Kenya to Europe? How does it look like?
the future is actually brighter because we have more funding.
Ah, Kaching, kaching. Hey, Maria. Thank you for coming.
Yes. It's quite bright actually, because I mean, the thing is, I will definitely be doing a lot of work in terms of sensitizing people and trying to get more people to apply for it and having more alumni speak about the experience in a way that somebody can resonate with someone else's experience. So that would be my huge work, and I am hoping that we can be able to get more people to come in and be able to apply for it. So the future is bright because the money is actually there. The funding is there, only that people need to take advantage of it. Yeah.
So I think I have a new project for you. And the project would be maybe going to Kenya, and in March would be nice because I'll be there. Going to Kenya and having like a seminar, like once a year, just before the applications kick off, so that you can talk a little bit more about it, and then maybe have a group of students who have also gone through it and want to talk about it. Because I think the more we talk about it and seminars with people who have really done it, that's the only way that Kenyans will believe, because we are full of doubt. We are always in disbelief. That cannot happen, that will never happen. So I think we need a little bit of more talks and more seminars, because I would like to reach a lot of people, but the numbers are not like that huge yet. But if everybody on this live stream shares to at least a few people in your IG or IG stories, will reach more definitely. But do you think that is possible in the future to do like seminars?
Yeah, that's one of my mandates. Actually, I will definitely be going to Kenya to do a seminar in different universities and open forums and public forums as well. So that is something that I'm definitely supposed to do within my term. So I have been doing a lot of sensitization also on Facebook. We have a Facebook group, the Erasmus Mundus Association Kenyan chapter. And basically I try my best to reach out to everybody who is on that group to apply. We've done a couple of webinars here and there, so definitely that is something that I will definitely be doing.
Yeah, and I also know that we are members of the clubhouse. Yeah. So maybe we should have a room soon and talk about this.
Right? Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, if you're in Clubhouse, follow us both. We are Bucket Lists and Nduta Wambura on Clubhouse, and we can maybe, as long as we know there are a lot of people who will be able to attend, we can do this again there, so that we reach more people before the end of February. Definitely, I would love to see a lot of Kenyans also getting the scholarships and and being able to study and for free, guys. We like things for free. Why not? So I hope that everybody tries that. So what else do you want to study? Because you've studied too much. Nduta, what else? By the way, what have you done? Everything?
Study never stops. So I did my undergraduate in nutrition, and I also did an MBA in project management. And now I have an MSc in clinical nutrition. So I would love to do a PhD for sure in the next few years. So I am looking towards that. I took a break for sure because studying is not easy.
It's not easy.
Yeah, but
I also want to work sometime, we want to earn also a little bit and do other things and have a life kidogo before you go back to studying. So do you see yourself, after the PhD, do you see yourself working in Europe, or would you like to go back to Kenya to work?
I mean, I can definitely go back to Kenya to work, but I would not want to go to Kenya to work for the public sector or maybe in the university. I would love to do my own consultation. So I would love to have to work here in Europe because it's more rewarding, and then possibly when I go to Kenya, then I can do my own consultancy and have my own life
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the whole topic with nutrition, has nutrition as a topic changed since the pandemic, or do we still want to have the conversation? You know what I mean?
Like, just a second, one moment.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Sharif. I see you're here. Work permit visa will be open. Yes, definitely. Sharif, I have a link. I just put a link here, and if you let me show you this, please look for this link in the comments, and this link will take you all the way to the website, to the Erasmus website, and you can check out all the scholarships that they have. We are talking about how to get scholarships in Europe, and it does not matter where you are. Now, right now we're talking to a Kenyan who is a representative for Kenya for Erasmus, but Erasmus scholarships are available for all students around the world who want to study in Europe. So check out the website, check out what you want to study, and just apply. Just make sure you have everything you need and all the paperwork, and you'll get a work permit. You'll get a student's visa, and they are going to pay for the student visa and your flight from whichever country you're coming from. And when you arrive, you'll get someone to hold your hand, and you will get a visa after. She said after you're done studying whatever you are studying, the country that you're in will give you a 1 year work permit for you to find a job. They'll give you a visa for you to find a job until you know what else to do. So you already have 1 year after school, and school is all paid for. After that, you get a year so that you have time to look for a job, and then you can start working. I think it is actually very straightforward, and I think it is really, really well structured, if you ask me, because nowadays finding scholarships that pay for everything, I've not heard of that. There's always something that you have to pay for, or you have to take care of your own expenses and take care of the cost, or you have to have so much money in your account and they pay for the cost. But with Erasmus, they're paying for everything, guys. So it is all win, 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 win. And Sharif, I see that you are in Bangladesh, and in Bangladesh also you just apply, make sure you have all the paperwork. If your course needs English, make sure you do an English test, and that is what Nduta told us. Make sure you have an English test, and it will help you with your paperwork, definitely, for you to get a visa or to get into the program. So the only thing that Nduta is saying is you only need to make sure you have your paperwork and finish your application, and then you have a very good chance. Yeah, so guys, let me know if you have any other questions. Maria is saying, yes, hiyo ndio shida ya Wakenya. People want ready-made. Yeah, people in Kenya want everything to be done for them, and then you spoon feed them, and then they come to Europe and they work and they get money. That's not how it works, guys. And I was asking Nduta if we can find someone who can help with applications, but now I realize that if you cannot even finish your own application, you shouldn't be coming to Europe to study, because Europe is hard, and in Europe you're going to be alone in a lot of things. You need to do a lot of paperwork alone. You need to go to a lot of offices and sign a lot of paperwork. So if someone has to do the first paperwork you have for you, then so if someone has to do that, you are not going to be in a good spot when you come to to Europe. It's not going to be easy at all. So Nduta, are you back? So guys, do you have any other question? So do you want me to share the link again? I am from Kenya, but I live in Germany, Sharif. And yes, and Nduta lives in Portugal, but we are both from Kenya. She's the representative of Erasmus for Kenya, and that's why we're having this discussion. But like she said, you can get the scholarship from anywhere. So I will put the link below again so that if you just came in, you can get it. Sharif, just click on this link here. So yeah, guys, so I will wait for Nduta to come back and then we can say goodbye. And please let me know. Nduta, hi, sweetheart. So here you are.
Yes.
So Sharif wanted to know if he can get the same from Bangladesh, and I told him everything that we said.
Yeah, you can actually get it even if you're in Bangladesh. You just need to go to that link and be able to apply and see what you're actually interested in, and actually do the application to the very end. And yeah.
Okay, so Anne Apola, you're saying, hi, I missed the first part of the interview. Can I access it still? Yeah, definitely. I'll leave it on my YouTube channel. It might be accessible starting tomorrow morning. Sometimes it takes a day or a night to be accessible again, but I will definitely leave it on my channel and you can come back and rewatch it, no problem. Do we apply through the school or Erasmus directly? Just click on the link and you will find the course that you want, right, Nduta? And you can just apply from there. Yeah. Susan, do you see the link? Let me put it again here. So guys, click on this link before we say goodbye so that you already have another tab open because this live stream will be accessible tomorrow, starting tomorrow morning. So Nduta, let me thank you so much for being here. It is always a pleasure to have you. We always learn so much. Is there anything else you want to tell us as we wind off?
Well, really just for, applying. Like everybody just needs to apply for this. You really have nothing to lose. In any case, you definitely have everything to gain from Erasmus and even from being in Europe. And basically just, see where you are at in terms of whether you want to do a postgraduate study or what exactly you want to study. You have nothing to lose by just applying. So that's all I would say for now. Yeah.
Where can we follow you? Where can we subscribe? Where can we DM you?
So you can send me an email on the Kenya@em. Let me just send that to you. Kenya@em-a.eu. That's my official email. You can also check out the Facebook group. It's the Kenya Erasmus Mundus Kenya chapter page, and you can follow me over there and follow the updates that we have on that page.
Okay, so guys, if you are confused with all the contacts that we are writing here, make sure you DM me on Bucket List Says, if that's easier for you. If you guys know me, Bucket List Says, DM me or Nduta Wambura, DM her, and we'll give you all the details you need. And if that's not the case, make sure you rewatch this video tomorrow, starting tomorrow on my channel. And I will make sure that all of these links are in the description box. So Anne, I see you. Thank you so much for being here. So guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening in. Make sure you share this with students that would need it, because we want people to get higher education that is paid for. It is always a plus for the whole society and for the individuals. So please be very fair and share this with people that would really use it. Thank you so much, Nduta.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye. Love you so much. We'll talk soon, yeah? See you in the clubhouse.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Bye. So guys, that was it. I don't know if you want to know anything else. Maria is saying that if you want to apply, ask Maria Shupov to help you apply. But this is not official. This is not from Erasmus. She's just saying she's going to help you apply for a small fee. I don't know if you're joking, Maria Shupov. So yeah, How many times did you both apply before getting in? I haven't applied yet, Anne or Paula. I haven't applied yet. I am a nurse in Germany. I want to apply for a course, but it's going to be in tourism, if anything to do with traveling, tourism and wine or something like that. And then see what happens. But I'm not in the Erasmus program. But Nduta applied twice, and once she applied, and then they did not have funding. That's what she said. They did not have funding that year enough to sustain her for 24 months. So she did not get in at first, and then the following year or 2 years after, she reapplied, and then she got in. And they paid for everything, the visa, the flight, and the whole course that she did. Then gave her 1 year to find a job, and then after that, she is working now. And she's planning to do a PhD in the near future. So it is definitely doable. And in 2020, even during the pandemic, there were 12 people from Kenya, or 12 students from Kenya who got into the program. So guys, don't lose hope. Don't doubt yourself. Just do it. Just do it. Let's say this is the year where we just do it, right? Apply for it and send this link, or the link to this video, to someone who will need it. Yeah, so both of you, thanks. Share such a good information. Yeah, definitely. We are doing daily vlogs. I'm doing a daily live stream every day during this time, and on the weekends we go a little bit later into the night. And we only want to have meaningful conversations here. We want to, sometimes we have fun and we do some drinking games here, but mostly it's informative. Mostly it's sharing ideas that will inspire us, that will help us have a better year, because we've had a lot to deal with, right? So if you're looking for a conversation that will help in each area of your life, you're going to have one every day. If you don't follow me, please follow me on Instagram at Bucket List Says. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe below, and you'll always be notified when there is a conversation that maybe you are interested in. Yeah, so thank you so much, guys, for being here. Allow me to sign off because it is 20 minutes to 6 p.m. and you guys know that 6 p.m. I have to be out of here. I have night shifts. I have a night shift today. Starting tomorrow, I have a few days off. So tomorrow we can go a little bit later on into the night. So thank you so much, guys, for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Cheers. Bye bye.